Hey, what's up everyone? With OP05 coming out, I plan on doing a video for all of the new leaders. So today we're going over Enel, one of the better ones. Opponent's turn, once per turn, when your life hits 0, you may add the top card of your deck to your life, then discard one card from your hand. So just keep in mind, that effect is mandatory, I believe. And you don't actually have to discard if you don't have a card in hand. If you do have a card in hand, you do have to discard. If you don't, you don't have to. It just happens regardless. So, small thing to keep in mind, very niche, probably not going to happen super often, but now you know. So, basically, just like in the anime, he's going to restart his heart whenever he dies. Spoilers. Anyways, so you want a lot of triggers that benefit you because you're going to be potentially having trigger after trigger after trigger after trigger if your opponent cannot end up ending the game on you. So because of that, we have 4 Shirahoshis. On play, draw 3, trash 2, trigger, play this card. So basically, she plays herself, you get a bunch of cards in your hand, and now you kind of become a Whitebeard with 1 life left because they're not going to attack you to let you activate your effect over and over again if they're smart, but at the same time, if they don't attack you and get rid of a card from your hand every single turn, then you're just going to keep amassing an insane amount of cards, and before you know it, you have, 8 cards in your hand, and now they can't really attack you for lethal with any real certainty. So Shirahoshi's really good. Sometimes I just straight up play her if I plan on playing Katakuri and putting her back to the top of the life. Oh, also, I am no expert at this deck yet, by the way, or any of the OP05 decks for that matter. They just came out, so I did misplay a few times this video, but I think I recognized and pointed out every single one of them, so just keep that in mind. We've got 4 Capones 4 Katakuris. On play, put a character with a cost of 8 or less on the top or bottom of its owner's life area face up. Really good. You can put your Shirahoshi back up there. You can put your Sanji, your Brûlé back up there. Yeah, just really good card. We've got 4 Capones because it's like the best trigger in the game. Trigger up to one of your opponent's leaders or characters cannot attack during this turn, and it's also a 2k counter. So absolutely insane card. If you wanted to play it a turn before and then put it on top of your life with Katakuri, you could do that. I would never recommend anything like that, but you could do it if you wanted to. You have 2 Sanjis because trigger blocker, and that's about it. Trash 1 card from your hand to play this card is the trigger. We've got 4 Yamatos, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost that is equal or less than the total of you and your opponent's life together. So if you and your opponents have 7 life cards together, you can KO a 7 or less, 6 or less, etc. We've got 4 Enel. Some people play 3. I play 4 just because Blue-Black Sakazuki is probably going to be really oppressive, so you need a card that can kind of stick around. He has Rush, and once per turn, if this character were to be removed from the field, you may trash the top card of your life instead. If character Monkey D. Luffy is on the field, this effect may not be activated. So Luffy does hard counter Enel, which makes sense if you've seen the anime, because Luffy's rubber and Enel's electricity and all that. Really funny effect. Very good effect, unless you're playing against red-purple Luffy or purple Luffy, because you're almost always going to get it off. And it's really good staying power against Sakazuki, because when Sakazuki tries to remove it, you just trash one of your life instead. When you trash your life, when you're at 1 or less, you just gain another one. So, perfect synergy, works really well, yada yada yada. We've got 4 Ohms. If you have 2 or less life, this character gains plus 1000 power, so that's just a constant. And then on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Holy, which is this vanilla, and play it. You reveal up to 1 Holy, put it into your hand, and then play it. So if you have a Holy in your hand already, you can search for another one, get it in your hand, and then still play one. So it's a +1, and you're already playing another one. So really good. It's not a +1, I guess, you're just replacing the card that you used, but really, really good. We've got 3 Gadatsu. On play, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal or less than their life. Very decent card, really good at getting like those pesky low-cost blockers, maybe like a Zoro level 3 Parasparrow, something like that. Mostly what it's used for. Can be used to KO better stuff like Kuzan if you plan on it, so just not swinging at their life until you can play Gadatsu. Yeah, good card. Not super good, which is why you only use 3 of them. 3 Satori because it's a plus 2000 counter and also a trigger, play this card. Trash 1 card from your hand, play this card, and a 2k counter, so what more do you want? We've got 4 Shura. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Sky Island card other than Shura, and add it to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order, And trigger, play this card. So trigger, he searches Satori, Gadatsu, Holy, Elthor, and Enel. So really, really good card, really good searcher, and probably what you want to see going first because you want to go second on your first turn. You know what I mean? So this is the card that you want to see, and the perfect curve would be like Shura, you have searches Holy, or you have it in your hand, and then you also have a Katakuri because then you could play it on curve. So it's really good. We've got 4 Holies, sorry, just because he has synergy with and also Shura. Never really play it off curve, or never really play it by itself. I only really play it with if I can hopefully find I might bump up just because I think 4 and 4 is probably the best distribution. We've got 2 Brulés, only 2 because low-level blockers are going to be much less effective with Marco 5 cost being at 4 now. Whitebeard probably going to be playing Vista Marco, stuff like that. Whitebeard can even take it out now that Whitebeard's at 4 now. Sakazuki can snap its fingers and get rid of this card, so we don't really care much about blockers. We're never going to hard play them unless we're playing against like Red Purple Luffy or something like that, and even then they have Diable Jambe, so long story short, blockers are not as good this format. I would definitely not play 4 of this card like usual, or like Katakuri or Big Mom plays. I would play 2 7-drop Big Moms because it's an insane card. I might bump this up, it's one of my favorite cards in the game. It is just on play, fuck you, basically. Your opponent chooses one of the following effects: trash 1 life from the top card of your opponent's life area, or put 1 card from the top deck to your life area. Basically, they trash a life, or you heal a life. Doesn't even go to their hand, it just straight up gets trashed. It's so good. We've got 4 Thunderbolts because it's the best KO card in the game, and it pretty much is always live with Enel's leader effect, so you're basically always going to get value out of it, so it can be very useful in ending the game. We've got 2 Elthor because it's basically just yellow Rad Beam. Give up to one of your leader or characters plus 2,000 for this battle. Then if your opponent has 2 or less life, give that card an additional plus 2,000 power. So, yeah. That's a deck list. We're going to go into the gameplay now. I think most of the gameplay is live commentated, so hopefully it's not too cringe. Hopefully I didn't mess up too many times, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and alright, finally, I found a blue-black Sakazuki match. I'm going to go ahead and go second. Not a good hand. Better. Still not great. 3 Thunderbolts in one hand is crazy, considering I only have 3 Thunderbolts in my deck. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. No turn 2s. He already got the Hina in the trash, so that's something to keep in mind. He's gonna swing 6 at life. I'm gonna go ahead and counter out of it. Alright, I'll take the first one. I knew I should have countered out of it. I like to only take life once they already have a card on the field. But it is what it is. Just gonna play brand new, search out a Great Eruption. He's gonna pass to me. Next turn he has Lucci. Holy would have been really good here. Unfortunately, I don't have it. I don't know if there's a point of playing Holy if he's just gonna get bottom decked by Houndblaze. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and swing 9 at life. My Shirahoshis are not in my life, it seems, because I have 2 in my hand, which is not great. You swing 6 at life, I'm going to counter out of this, because this game is probably going to go on pretty long. Don't want to get 2 down in life too fast. He's going to play a Rebecca into Hina, probably, which, unless he has another one in the trash, I don't see why he would do that. He probably should have saved it, but, I mean, I guess it's still a body on board for the next turn. I could go Shura, and then hopefully draw and then I could go into Holy, which would flood the board. Or I could go Shirahoshi. Interesting. Shirahoshi sets up for Katakuri if he doesn't KO her, right? It's a pretty good play. I'm gonna go 6 at Hina. He's probably gonna just let it die, right? Because he wants it back in the trash, I guess. Although, I mean, it's a swing if he doesn't get rid of it. It's a win-win for him, so. I'm gonna go with Shirahoshi, and we're going to get rid of not a Yamato, we're gonna get rid of a Thunderbolt, and, oh, this is really hard, actually. Shirahoshi, I guess. No, end turn. So I got a pretty good setup here if I can get the game to last a decent amount of time. I can flood the board with the whole Ohm into holy thing. I'm gonna counter out of that. I'll take this one. Use the trigger to find a 2k counter. And if he lazy swings, I'll counter out of this one too, because I don't want to go down to 1 life just yet. Oh my god, he removes my Shirahoshi, which is really frustrating actually. So he does end up removing Shirahoshi, which is very annoying indeed. I think I just swing 5 at Branu. He'll probably either block or take it. I don't imagine him countering out of it. Okay, so he takes. Now I could go Enel and swing 7 into Hina. He blocks, and I'm going to pass with Elthor in my hand. Probably not going to end up using it because I don't really get a ton of value out of it at the moment, but we'll have to see what happens. I've got a great hand and a good healthy hand as well if I can control things long enough to not lose. So hopefully I can. We're just gonna pitch Sanji. He's never gonna get any use in this matchup. He's best used as a 1k counter here. I might end up just trashing my Ohm and my Holy as counters because I'd imagine Katakuri Yamato is going to be the most optimal game plan here. Swing 7 into Enel, which I don't know why he would ever do that. He should only just try to KO it, if anything. I guess he's trying to see if I'll let it die and use the effect, but not going to happen that easily. I'll get rid of... Let me see what's in my trash. I don't have any Ohms or Holies in my trash, so I'll just get rid of a Holy. Swing 7 into life. Do I want to take it necessarily? No. I think he's trying to get me to take it so then he can try to KO Enel, so I'll be down to 0 lives maybe. Not really sure what his game plan is, but I have Yamato regardless, right? So I should probably just go ahead and take it. Elthor, KO one of your opponents with cost equal to or less than their life total. Alright, well, see ya Hina, I think, right? Yeah. Now if I don't take any more lives this turn, I can KO Rob Lucci with Yamato, which is perfect. And if he does take a life, I can KO Branu with Yamato. Okay, so that's a pretty good turn. Oh, I'm probably going to want to KO Kuzan with Yamato. Right? I think that's going to be the case. So I'm going to swing 5 at life, 7 at Lucci, or maybe I'll just do... Oh, I took it. Okay, so yeah, I can keep the Elthor up now. I'll swing life or Lucci. Actually, not sure. Oh, fuck. I was supposed to play Yamato first, huh? That's fine. I'll go... I think I'm just gonna start pressuring life here. Yamato is brand new. End turn. Definitely should have played Yamato into Kuzan. That was a enormous blunder. But... at least you guys watch me make it so you won't. I always do that too because you're supposed to always attack before deploying because of triggers and whatnot, but I messed up my sequencing because I wasn't paying attention and now I might lose for it. It's just an absolute disaster. So he's -4ing my Enel, not my Yamato, which is good because I can save Enel at least once, so I'm just going to get rid of Ohm. I don't think he's going to be used anymore this game. Could be wrong, but we'll see. Got some decent protection in my hand as well. So, if he doesn't fully commit to removing the Enel or something along those lines, he's going to be in trouble. Swings 7 at life. I'm just going to go ahead and L for it. Uses Houndblaze, attempting to remove Enel. And he's going to swing into it, right? So do I want to bother? What's he going to swing into it with? So he has 9 already. He's going to swing into it with 13 max. I don't think I use it here. But then he swings 9 at life. But then I get the effect. Yeah, I'll just let him die. This way I get Yamato up anyways. So if I can avoid taking life here actually, somehow. No, I can't. He's gonna swing 9 at life. Yeah, unfortunate. Get another Holy, which is kind of annoying to see at this point. And then he plays Borsalino. Okay. So I think this turn is just 6 at life, maybe 6 at Kuzan or something. Yeah, I think we go 6 at Kuzan, Yamato brand new, and then 9 at Lucci. We're just gonna keep trying to KO his field, I think. Hopefully he's out of counters, because getting this off the field would be really good. Oh, he blocks. Alright, I'm gonna go 9 into Kuzan now for sure. And I'm gonna go Yamato into Branu. End turn. Alright, so despite my massive blunders and mistakes here, we're still looking pretty good. Looks like he's going to swing 6 at life and reduce Yamato, so he's looking to KO that Yamato for sure. I think I'm just going to counter out of it. I'm in a pretty good spot right now. Uses Great Eruption twice to go -5 to Yamato, and then plays Borsalino to bottom decker. Interesting. I do think I take this one here, and hope it's a trigger that can play itself. Yep, sure is. Gonna get rid of a Holy. Yep, so I ended up taking Life Flight there because I thought it was going to be a trigger that, or I hoped it would be a trigger that could play itself, so I had another body so I could attack 3 times, and then I would have lethal, which is exactly what happened. So basically, I stalled him out just long enough to be able to cheese him out with triggers and other different things, and that's kind of how you beat Sakazuki. You kind of have to stall him out. I didn't bother swinging at his life a bunch because then he would have more cards in hand by just taking it probably. Eliminating his board while he had less cards in hand was more important because that way he had to choose between attacking my life or destroying my characters, and he's pretty much obligated to KO all my characters if my board is bigger than him, otherwise he's going to lose regardless. So anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. That's going to be it for now, and hopefully the gameplay wasn't too cringe to watch, too many mistakes. But anyways, and hope you guys have a good day, and see ya.